Hello, everyone. In this video, I wanted to talk about how it works when something rises by a percentage, or falls by a percentage. It's not a big difference from what we did last video, but um, we want to make sure we get this right because we're going to be dealing with these types of rises and falls as we go. So let's say we'll do this with sort of an example. Um, so someone says that inflation is happening, and they say, okay, well, uh, an orange costs 150, $1.50, say, and then but the price will rise by 20% next year. So how much will it cost? So how much will the orange cost? And well, oranges cost, I guess, not just one orange. Okay. And I mean, after the rise. Well, so the way you do this, if you want to, again, if you want to calculate just the increase, you can multiply by the decimal form of this and get the increase in price. If you want to calculate how much it will cost after the increase, you multiply by 1 plus the decimal representation. So the answer, if I write this as the question, the answer is multiply by 1 plus the decimal version. Okay, that's the key. So we get 1.2. Remember, when you go from a percentage to a decimal, you sort of divide by 100 or move a decimal over to, and you multiply the cost of the orange, which is 1.50, $1.50, and you will get that amount. So again, we'll just go ahead and use the calculator, even if we're comfortable. Get 1.8. So this is $1.80. Okay, so that's the amount it will cost after a 20% increase uh, in price. Our baseline in this case is the original cost. Okay, that's the baseline. All right, so this is a case where you have a rise in a price or an amount if you want to calculate the total um, afterwards. So what about a discount or a fall? So this is something you'll see when you go to almost any store or online or whatever, is you'll see that they'll say that they've got a markdown or a certain percent off the price of some good. So oranges still cost 150, but oranges are 37% off. I don't know why today. How much is an orange? And what you do, this is my question, what you do in this case is instead of, well, you convert the 37 percentage points into the decimal, but now we don't multiply 1 plus that amount, we multiply 1 minus that amount. So we multiply, because we're kind of getting a negative here, by 1 minus the decimal version. We're talking about a fall. So you get 1 minus 0.37 times, as I said, it was still $1.50. We haven't seen inflation yet. So if I subtract 0.37 from 1, you should get 0.63 times 150. And this will give us, well, let's go ahead and calculate 0.63 times 1.5. Gives us 90 cents. Well, we could just write it. It's 94.5 cents. I don't know if those people see that symbol very much anymore. But yeah, so this is our price of an orange. So the point of this lesson is to understand when you have an increase, if you want to calculate total value after the increase of a percentage, you add 1 to that decimal version of the percentage and multiply. If you have a decrease or a falling value by a certain percentage, you take 1 minus the decimal representation of that percentage and multiply by that value. And that will give you the final total value. All right.